Time to learn the top tips and tricks for this season. Now, I got a bunch of them. Let's get to it. Alright guys, let's talk about the HOGS. You can find them across the map. They're higher spawn rates in pubs than they are in competitive modes, but the cool thing is you can mount them. All you got to do is jump on them, and they have their own jumps. If you want to get off, you just jump off, right? You kind of got to chase these guys down because they will run away from you. And we can see right above the HP bar, there's this charge. So you can speed up with these HOGS, and this charge lasts so long. So you can rotate across the map fairly easily with them. It does regenerate over time slowly, but it's not really even going to be necessary. So you can jump on them. And one of the cool things is, if you're going to take fall damage, the HOG will take the fall damage, and you don't take any damage. So you can use them to play on high positions without worrying about fall damage. You will lose your HOG to fall damage, but it protects you yourself from taking fall damage. One other cool part about the HOGs is you can literally do everything that you would normally do while riding a HOG, and it will tank some damage if they shoot the HOG. So if they shoot the HOG instead of you, you're going to be able to tank some damage. Now the one thing is, I currently have my edit button to left stick, which is the boost button. If I'm going to actually change my binds, I can just build and edit with this thing. Just showing you guys that it can be done. I just don't have it perfectly, so I'm not able to actually do it. Next up, I'm going to show you some tricks with the DMR, because it's a little ridiculous some of the things you could do. So first, just looking at the peaks, I can shoot that, but look, I'm not even peeking from that angle. So I can take shots fully behind a ramp. Just a little bug with the way the scope works. This might get fixed eventually, probably as soon as I drop this video, but for now, it works super well. Now, you see you can't really look through this wall, but if I throw an armored wall down, you could use the DMR to scope right through it. Now, it doesn't go through, you're going to deal damage to the wall, but you can look through it, which is pretty freaking cool to be able to see fully through. So, you can also do this with a cone. So, say I am looking through a cone. There's no way that person can actually see me, but I can definitely shoot them. So cone and ramps both kind of broken with the DMR as of right now. A helpful hint here when using the mushrooms is to box them. If you don't, you're going to go flying up in the air, leaving yourself super vulnerable. Now, sometimes you'll want that movement, other times you don't. So what you can do is just box them, and you still get the same amount of HP. You just box them, chill in a box, you get the HP, boom, and boom. Now I'm getting all the same HP, and it stacks. It's not like when you use other heals, they're not going to continuously boost. You will get all the same HP if you use them quickly. So just a little helpful tip for you. These rocks do a lot of damage, and you can even chase players with it. It's going to break builds and deal damage to players. So as you see in this clip, it deals 165 damage. Let's talk about how to use them. Now let's take a look at these rocks that have just been introduced. They work just like those trees that you can shoot down and deal damage. So if you just shoot down here, or you can shoot up here, both of them work. It will actually go towards the direction of the person that is nearest by. They need to be within a certain distance, otherwise it won't work. And those things break builds. They do a lot of damage. I'll show you a clip right here. It's pretty effective to get damage done. Now if you're going to use your pickaxe to break them, it's actually just going to go in the direction that you're pickaxing it. So let me show you an example. All right, here's an example of if I just pickaxe this thing, it's going to go in the direction that I pickaxe it. Pretty common sense, but just in case you guys didn't know, if you shoot at it, it'll go near a person, just like the trees. If you pickaxe it, it'll go in the direction that you pickaxe it toward. Here's a quick tip I saw Muzz using with shockwaves. You can bunny hop after using them. So you slide after using, and then you bunny hop back into a slide. You keep your momentum moving, and you can kind of fly around doing this. It's really interesting to see. Definitely want to use at least one slide after using a shockwave, because it will keep that momentum. Once you get out of the slide, you really lose a lot. But that's a much further distance you could go just by sliding after a shockwave. Last thing I want to do is talk about what the current meta is. For solos, I think we're going to see a lot of players rocking the Striker Pump and the Hammer AR. Just because the Hammer actually has the ability to follow up. There's not a big bloom And even with this gray one, like, you could easily follow up. So say I'm going to pump somebody, follow up right with that. It's got a nice small target to use and shoot from. So instead of holding 3 weapons, especially with shockwaves and rifts in the game, I know shockwaves aren't in competitive, but following up with the hammer AR is going to be super helpful. So in solos, I would play hammer and the striker. In duos, you could definitely shift it up, play a little differently if you want to, but striker and the hammer are the way to go. Thank you guys for watching. I'm somebodysgun. If you enjoyed this video, check out one of these, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.